Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to WS Cube Tech. So guys, in our previous session we have covered how to create a database in our MongoDB. In our today's session we will be talking about how we can insert the data. So far we know that how we can create a database. We have seen two methods, that one we can directly open the shell and create a database. Second, with the help of Python, how we can create a database. We have seen that in our previous session. Now today we will be adding some data to it. So we can add data in three different ways. We can insert one data at a time. Then we can insert multiple data all together, and then third we will learn how to take an input from the user and insert that data inside our MongoDB. So let's have a look on how it can be done. First of all, to insert data, let's import PyMongo. So I'll be writing PyMongo here. Once we have imported PyMongo, we'll build a connection. For that I'll be writing client is equals to pymongo.mongoclient. And again we'll be giving the two parameters. First would be the local host and second would be the port number, that is 27017. So this is our port number. Once we have talked about the port number as well, the next thing that we are going to do over here is write the name of the database. For that I'll be writing db is equals to client, and the square brackets we will be passing the database. The name of the database is company, the one which we created in our previous session. So I'll be using the same, and we will be adding more data of an employee. So we'll go to company, and inside the company we have a collection of employee data. Inside that collection we'll be adding it. So we'll be writing col, that is our collection. Inside this I'll be writing db. In the square brackets we will pass employee data. So this is the name of our collection. Once we are done with this, now we need to insert the data. Just like how we have done in our previous session, we will be using the same method over here. That first of all we will be creating a dictionary, and inside the dictionary we will be giving things like I'll be giving name. So name would be, let's say, John. Age would be, let's say, 24. And I guess John's data, we have given John's data in our previous session. So let's go with David this time. So we have David, whose age is 24 and whose employee ID is 124. And lastly, the branch. So branch would be, so I need to put the branch inside the double quotations, and branch would be, let's say, IT. Now this is one dictionary. I need to insert one data. Because I need to insert one data here, I'll be using x is equals to collection. That means we'll be defining our collection here, and inside this collection we will be using insert one, because we need to insert one data only. What is this one data? The dictionary is our one data. And here, once I'll run this, I'll get the output. I'll not get anything in output, but if you want to obtain its ID as well, so if you remember in our previous session we have seen there was some object ID over there. If you want to obtain that, you can simply write print x dot inserted ID. That means whatever data has been inserted, give us its ID. So here I'll be writing this, and the ID would be 62FB80. Let's have a look on MongoDB. So here I'll go and I'll just click on reload data, and as you can see here we have got 62FB and 80, something like this. So this is our ID, and we have the name as David, age is 24, employee ID is 124, and the branch over here is IT. So this is how we can obtain the data over here. We can insert the data. So this is adding the single data. If I'll run it again, let's see what happens if I'll run it again. So as soon as I'll run it, nothing will change over here, but you will now see that we will get another ID here. And if I'll go to MongoDB and refresh it, so for refreshing I'll go to view and click on reload data, and now you will see I have received another ID over here. So this one is pretty different from the previous one that we had. So in the end you can see here we have one E6, while here we have EFD. So this is how we can obtain the data. Now this was adding one data. Suppose if you want to add multiple data, in that case what you can do is you can add a list over here. So to add a list, I'll be just opening a square bracket here and closing one here. We'll put a comma. Let's copy this whole data, and we will just change the name and the other things of the employees. So the keys will remain the same, but the values will change over here. So let's say the next employee over here is Lisa, whose age is 31, whose employee ID is 125, and lastly the branch over here is, let's say, manager. I'll put a comma and paste it again. So the next person over here is Ben, not D-Ben but Ben, and the age of the Ben, so the age of the Ben is, let's say, 22, and here I'll be writing 126, and the branch over here is, let's say, designer. And we need to change the first data as well, because this data has been added already. So I'll be writing something else. For example, I'll be writing Jacob. whose age is 24, employee ID is 127, and branch is, let's say, social media. Okay, and now you will simply see in front of insert 1 we can see that there is an error over here. Why this error is there? Let's run and see. So as soon as I'll run it, it says document must have an instance of dictionary Bson dots on, and just ignore that. What it exactly means is that we cannot use insert 1 over here. We need to use insert many. So as soon as I'll write insert many, I'll get the output, but now it is showing the error in this line. So why it is there? Because instead of ID now we have multiple IDs, because now we are adding 3 data over here. So we, instead of ID, we will be obtaining the IDs, and as soon as we'll run it, the output would look like this, that we have ID of the 3 data that we have inserted just now. And let's go to MongoDB, and here I'll click on reload. As soon as I'll reload it, I'll get the last 3 data, that is Jacob, Lisa and Ben. So Jacob, whose age is 24, employee ID is 127, and the branch is social media. Similarly, we have the data of Lisa and Ben. So this is how we can add multiple data in one time. Similarly, if you want to take the input from the user and then add the data, in that case what we can simply do, so we have the database, we have the collection. Now what we need to do, we need to simply write while true. So I'll be writing while true, because we'll be using an infinite loop, and I'll be taking the input from the user for all these things. For example, name is equals to input, enter name. Similarly, we'll have a variable called as age. Age is equals to input and age. Then next thing that we have over here is employee ID. Now this thing over here, okay, both age and employee ID will come in the integer. So I'll be adding an integer in front of it. Here in the employee ID, I'll do the same. So I'll be writing in int input, enter, employee ID. And lastly, branch. For that again I'll be writing branch. Branch is equals to input, enter your branch. Now once we are done with this, we need to store it inside a dictionary. So for that I'll be creating a dictionary over here, that dict is equals to inside this square bracket. So we can directly put, because we are adding one data at a time, so we can simply put a dictionary like this. The keys will be the name, and the variables, that means the value would be these variables that we have written down over here, that is this name. And then we will have age as the key and age as the value. Next we'll have employee ID as the key, and similarly we'll have employee ID as the value. And lastly we'll have branch as the key and branch as the value. Once we are done with this, we need to simply add this data just like how we have done it before. So let me just put this inside the comments, and I'll be writing here x is equals to collection, the name of the collection, dot insert 1, because this is one data which is going inside it, and we'll put a dictionary. Now this once the user asks for the information, the data has been inserted, we need to come out of the loop as well, right? For that I'll be writing repeat is equals to input. Do you want to add more data? And we can give the answers in yes/no, not na but no. Okay. And lastly, if the answer, so if the person replies to this repeat as no, that means if the person writes no to this repeat, in that case we will break the loop. So if repeat is equals to no, in that condition we will break the loop. So as soon as we'll run it, here we have enter name. So let's enter the name. So we have Maria, whose age is, let's say, 25, whose employee ID is 128, and whose branch is IT. Do you want to add more data? Let's write no here. As soon as I'll write no, the program will finish here, but let's go to MongoDB and see if it is actually working for us or no. So here we can see we have the data of Maria over here, whose age is 25, employee ID is 128, and the branch is IT here. So I hope guys you have no doubts and no questions on how we have inserted the data over here. All the 3 methods over here must be clear to you. In our next session, we will be talking about find query. So stay connected guys, and I'll see you in the next session. Thank you.